Oh my God, it's David there in Ragusa, Sicily. I wanted to give you kids a little update on how things are progressing around here. Nothing's happening. I'm eating. Happy about that. I used to go to a restaurant. I can't see myself and where I'm pointing. I used to go to a restaurant just around that corner. Do you see that green van right there? Mine. This parking lot would normally be filled with cars. I see two. Mine is one of them. I went there a couple days ago and got some stuff out of the van, and I thought, I'm just going to go hang out in my van in the parking lot. It's a little change of scenery and fun. But what I really love is this view. So, wow, so great. I used to go to the restaurant when I was able to go for walks. And then after the police said you can't go for walks, I thought, well, what do I do when the police see me walking to the restaurant? Before I had an excuse, oh, I'm just going for a walk. Now I don't have that excuse. One night I talked to the restaurant owners, guy and his wife, and I said, is it okay if I come here? And both of them said, oh, no problem, no problem. They don't speak English, but they understood I asked about the police. And they were both so in obvious agreement about it. I thought, well, it must be fine. Then the next day, I find out that there's no walking. So I go to the restaurant again, and I said it clear. I feel uncomfortable. What if the police stop me? Can I say I'm coming here? And they said, no. Oh, you just told me it was enthusiastically okay, and now I'm not supposed to be there. That was confusing. So anyway, I've given up the idea that I should be trying that, so I'm just not doing it anymore. Just over this hill, from the car, the road zooms up there. I have no idea if you can even see my hand. Goes up here and around, and then there's a road that goes up there. Anyway, it's only about 5-minute walk, 5-minute drive or less to the grocery store. I've only been there once, and I need to go there again. So I'm going to go there today. That'll be my big outing. Oh my God, I might have to get lost and drive next to a river and sit in my van all day. I'm not going to do that. Besides it not being kind of in the spirit of the lockdown, it's also awkward for everybody. People see me and they're like, what is he doing? It's not dangerous. He's a foreigner with French license plates. So I'm not gonna try that one. Tempted to try that one. I would love to be hanging out in my van somewhere. So I found, oh my gosh, there's a car coming. Look, so excited. This is the best part of my day. Woo! Can you see it? I can't see in my van. Oh, there he is. Oh my God. Oh, I found a couple places to deliver food, and the first two things I had were pizza. I was kind of excited because I haven't had pizza for a while, and I love a good pizza. And it was so stodgy and thick and dense and brown and like no vegetables on it. And one of the two things had kind of a soft cheese on it. By the time it came, the whole thing had slid off to the side. It looked like some kind of a disaster movie. As if we didn't have enough disaster movies already. That was funny. Oh, I have so many stories. I don't have so many stories. Nothing's happening. It's lockdown. What do we want to know? Oh, Joe from Indiana has a question. Joe, what's your question? Joe says, are you lonely? Joe, thank you for asking that question. It gives me a chance to relax and think about my own place in this time of lockdown. And I have to say, Joe, I'm really not very lonely. Are you, Joe? How are you feeling? Actually, I'm really happy. I feel like it's not okay to be happy, but I'm really kind of digging this whole experience, and at the moment I'm not waiting for anything. I'm not anticipating, I'm not hoping. This is my life. I'm in this hotel and I'm eating dinner, and like every day is another day, and I feel like that's all I need to do. So I can't riff on a meaningful discussion about this topic, but when things are really good, we don't want to work on our stuff. And when things are terrible, we can't work on our stuff. So it's really easy to put it off, to not go deeply into our own experience and our responses to our own experience. So I want to talk a little bit about that, but I'll do it in writing because it's too hard to do it spontaneously, I think. There's a reason why I've been talking for years about getting in touch with your own mortality. We are temporary human beings, and this body shall fade. If we didn't know that already, wow, what were you thinking? And if you're not in touch with it, it's because we're choosing to say, oh, it's going to be okay, we're going to get better. You know, one day it won't get better, and maybe that day is upon us. We just don't know. One of my teachers from India says, you never know until your next breath whether this breath is your last. I really love the immediacy of that. Kind of in this moment, you don't know that there's going to be a next breath. There probably will be, but if you assume there will be, oh, I'm happy with dying eventually, theoretically, but not now. But somehow we've got to get to the point where we don't know what's going to happen, and what happens is okay. We do our best, and we let go of the results. And here I am blathering about that after I said I wasn't going to talk about it. That's the only question Joe had. He only had that one. It wasn't a bad question. What was his question again? It was about being lonely. I sometimes am kind of awkward when I'm traveling by myself and I go into a restaurant and it's filled with couples and family and everybody's toasting and drinking wine and chatting together, and I'm like sad, lonely cat lady by herself. Not a lady or by herself. And I can feel kind of awkward, socially awkward, and I'm always more comfortable in that situation if I'm with a friend. But I've realized in this experience I'm in now, it's not about loneliness, because I'm really not with anybody all day long, and I'm just digging it. I'm totally happy. I'm not wishing anything was different. I feel sad for what a lot of people are going through. I feel sad for a lot, but wow, it's also there's really beautiful things happening. Many. Okay. If you're going to ask another question, this would be the time. Anybody? Okay, I'm gonna cut it off there. Goodbye, my friends.